I'm designing my dad a custom Lego set. This is day 72, and I'm sure you want to see this set. So why am I doing it? Essentially, me and my dad always bonded over Lego. He always really liked it. I actually saw him today. I was traveling this weekend for Easter, and a bunch of the family kind of come into town at the same time. And he was literally just talking about he gave one of my his grandson, one of my nephews, a Lego set. So it's cool to see he's pushing into the next generation too. But for me and him always bonded over it because he always loved it, still loves it. And so I wanted to make a set that was meaningful to him. And so I built our childhood home that he and my dad raised us 6 kids in. And so I know it means a lot to him, but as soon as all the kids moved out, it was too much house for just my mom and him. So they sold everything, moved to Hawaii, and so I made the house out of Lego for him. So I'm spending 20 minutes every day working on this thing. As you can see, we've gotten pretty far, day 72. I just started my 20-minute timer. Yesterday, actually, I was able to order the set. So just to show y'all, I took a screenshot. But yesterday, ordered, what was it, $471.35. I think I totally got the wrong number in my thumbnail yesterday, so I'll fix that. But yeah, basically, as you can see, it's like 3,300 pieces. There's a couple straggler pieces I still need to order, really specialty pieces. And actually, we've got I had what am I trying to say? I had um I'm totally blanking right now. Oh yeah, I had this list, these parts lists I uploaded to purchase them, and so if I click on a specific one, you'll see that did not have on Lego. These are the pieces I still need to order. So we'll go back and order those. But honestly, we've done a lot of that this last week, and no one wants to be in spreadsheets. So let's go ahead and take a break and do the instructions. So this is something I honestly haven't done anything with before, so I'm intrigued to see how it'll go. Um, but basically, like I don't even know where to get started on building out the instruction manual. But essentially, yeah, we're trying to build out the instruction manual. Um, what's this do? Huh. Okay, so these are all on step one. So let's exit here. I think what we need to do is over here. See, we've got the step list, and yes, I think this is what we need to fix, honestly. So we've got what is step one? It's just such random things. So maybe I was supposed to kind of do this while I worked on it. I don't know. Like, why do we then have all these? Oh, these are all the last step. So yeah, if y'all have any tips on how to use this, let me know, because I've really never done this before. I think maybe we should see Bricklink Studio, create instruction manual, just to instruction maker. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love this Boone guy. I first saw him on Lego Master Builders. I don't know if y'all seen that show. It's actually so sick. These dudes are so good. But yeah, he's on this show. So it's cool to see I mean, it makes sense that he's like so prevalent in the Lego community online, but it was cool to see that. Okay. So let's just figure out what are the basics. Like, where do we need to start? Because I think we're really gonna have to break this down into there's just only 35 steps for 30, like that's 100 pieces per step. Like clearly that's way too much. Um, okay. Managing steps. Name it, delete it. I wonder if there's any point in naming it. Maybe for my own help to be like, oh, this is where we build the roofs, or this is where we build this room. I'm honestly thinking almost like almost like 3D printing style of like layers, you know? Because most of it's just building the house. I guess roofs we'd want to do separate, like later. Um, I haven't actually built a set from a Lego manual in forever. Like it's always been just like building with pieces I have. So I'm like, how do I make this feel Lego-y? Okay, so you're really just dragging and dropping pieces between steps. The step editor is the first stage of creating this person to manage steps. You can also create, okay. So, whoa, what was the automatic instructions? Okay. I think we're gonna want to do this because we have way too few steps right now. Works best on simple build where studs are on top. Okay, that might not work for us. So using step submodels and by applying divide into steps multiple times on clever selections. Simple technique is to manually create instructions is unbuilding or peeling the onion. Select parts on the surface of the build that can easily be placed or removed. Click move to new step after in the toolbar. Repeat if you have a simple first step build. Always keep the build together to avoid having separate pieces. Okay. So you're really, okay, so unbuilding or peeling the onion. Okay. That's helpful. Um, like the roofs, I honestly think we kind of go, let's see. Like this is definitely going to want to be, let's move this to the last step, but then really it should be like one of the last ones, I think. Um, move to a new step. And then was it, let's see. Yeah, this is the step editor. Okay, so then page design comes after, like once you know what you're doing. Okay, that is sick. I'm hyped for this. 120 pages. Dang. Okay, cool. So it does break some of this out already. That's interesting because I thought this would correlate with the steps. Okay, that's terrible. Like we'll need to fix that. I think that's because we have so many in one step, but it still seems to break things out. Or is this literally the 35 steps? No, it's a lot more. Huh. I don't know. We definitely need to like figure this out though. So on the first step, I mean, really we should start with the base. Um, like why do we have all these empty steps? Like I'm so confused right now. Um, let's start with the base. So the base needs to be, like if we just go perfectly on the right. Does that actually select all the base pieces? That'd be awesome if so. Um, 'Cause then if we could go the base and then move this to move to a new step. Did it put it on step 2 or did it move it to the last step? Oh, the last one. Mm. Okay, so maybe I can just, yeah, there we go. Drag this now. I almost want to like delete the current steps because I feel like they're just kind of random at the moment. Let's see. Let's show or let's hide this. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so step 1 is the base. Now, like if I were to go to instructions, the stage editor, this now gonna, yes, there we go. So that's more what we're looking for. Um, okay. And then this, I think, will split it up even more. Yeah, there we go. I don't really know why it's, oh, that's interesting. So we definitely need to split it out even more so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, well that works. We're making a little bit of progress. Let's see. Can we hide everything? I have a comment. I need to figure out what's the shortcut for hiding. Control, oh, L? Nice. A commenter that's said a couple times like, dude, you gotta like do something about this. Um, like actually use the hide feature, you know. And I was like, you know what? That's a good point. So we're trying to do that more because I think it's very helpful. Okay, I think the orthogonal is going to help so we can actually like select these without worrying about perspective. So if I add these, yeah, like this should be its own step. Um, concrete, I mean, yeah, concrete foundation. That's probably good. So yeah, now that's step 2. So everything else, submodel, this is black base. And now this, we can move to step 1. So you start with the base, then you go to the concrete foundation. That's the next layer up. And then if I hide this, I mean, yeah, honestly, that works. Yeah, I like that. I know it's not all black, but I think that still captures what I'm going for here. So yeah, if we add that layer to it, I guess let's check the instructions and just make sure they actually make sense. I might still be grouping way too much here. Like I feel like you can't really tell what's going on here still. Or is it just showing me and then it builds it up? No, no. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to break it down even more. Like I want to see now, like how's the Death Star build, how that one's like massive. Like I want to know now what that can I go to? Oh, cool. Does that like jump me to that part of the step? Huh. Um, oh, does this let me now like do, oh wait, what about you know how there's that one thing I seen in line, the like auto create step, like divide into steps or something? Yeah, so I think I can make submodel, yeah, divide into steps. So if I select all this, I divide it into steps. What's the shortcut for moving around? Okay, yeah, now this is what I'm looking for, something like this. But now we need to move this so it actually makes sense. Like, I don't want floating pieces, you know? It's probably what, step 7. Yeah, there we go. So then we're actually like building things in order. I guess let's move that up. But then still we have, where's that other piece that's like, so here, yeah, so like, I guess step 9, I would want whatever that gap piece is. Yeah, this one. So we want this to actually be step 9. There we go. So now we got that. Then we get this one, and that one. That makes more sense to me. And then we keep adding, keep adding, keep adding. Definitely seen it in this order makes it feel a little bit random the way that I've built it, but I think that's okay. I think the base is always going to be a little funky because you're really just establishing things, and then you kind of add on to it. So at this point, okay, but overall, I'd say this is doing a pretty good job of filling things in. Like filling in afterwards is funky there, but it's not the end of the world. It's like whatever. Um, yeah, like that, like that. It's all good enough, like at the end of the day, it only needs to be built like twice. And I'm sure we'll figure things out as we go. Okay. I love that. I think that's great. Now if I return to parent. Okay, but like how do I actually see now if I go to page design, is that where it'll show me? Oh yeah, that's way too much. Change layout 1. Apply. Okay. Then we have the issue of like this call out is just way too big. So oh yeah, here we go. Scale. Okay, so that's how we do that. And then this. What's the buffer exchange? I don't want to press that because I don't know what that does. But it looks like we can. Okay, then we can move things around. Okay. Okay, so this does work. We'll need to come through and manually adjust some things. But it looks like this does work. I think this should be something too that we can tell us good stories during, so it doesn't just get too boring. But yeah, if we can do something like this where it's like this is in the same spot on every single one. Yeah, then it'll be pretty clear what you're building here. Okay, I like that a lot. We're making progress. I kind of like having the sub steps, I think that's easy for me to format it that way. Okay, so what is this doing? Oh, we're in the concrete foundation now. Okay, cool. So first step was laying the base layer, and then we've got concrete foundation. So now we can come in here. My dog's got the zoomies outside. She's a few steps. And then, yeah, what are these steps? Design apps for the building structure, steps for. I don't know what that. I think it's doing the same thing, but let's just do that. But yeah, my dog just we visited my brother. He lives up in Mesa, and so my parents came in town. Some other of my siblings came into town, and my dog, we brought her up, and my brother's got a backyard, so they can just and a dog and kids, so she just gets to have a ton of fun playing with her cousin, her dog cousin, and her human cousins, and so, but the thing is that it's Arizona, so it's like, yeah, there's some grass, but it's also some dirt, and she just ends up just covered in dust always and leaves and everything else from because their dog is outdoor dog, so she becomes an outdoor dog, and she's spoiled like day to day, like she's inside all day every day, And so giving her some outdoor time, like living outdoors, I think good for her. We call it camping with the cousins because she's just not used to that, but I think it's good for her. So yeah, she does that, but it's definitely funny. She's gets so dirty, and so then as soon as we got back, before we let her like on any couch or bed to get dirt everywhere, but she changes a different. She becomes a different color dog. Like she turns from like a very light tan to like a brown dog, and yeah. So my partner gave her a bath while I was working on this, which she's the best for that. Um, and yeah, shout out partner, or shout out fiance, and she or the dog Harper now is I hear her getting zoomies. She's running around with her I'm cold after a bath zoomies. Okay, our timer's up. Let's just finish this concrete base and we'll call it good for tonight. But this is actually a lot more fun than I expected. I did not think that it would be fun to do the instruction manual, honestly, but it's kind of satisfying. Okay, so and they make it pretty easy. Okay, so step 85 is whatever that piece that's missing there. That's what we're gonna do there. Um, definitely makes me feel like I probably didn't design this the best way, but it works. It is what it is. I guess my other question, if this is a submodel, is it not going to show um, is it just not going to show me what oh, there's it's always a gap there. That's why. Um, but is it going to show the pieces below it in the instruction manual? Like, because this is on top of that base layer, right? It's like these are all just going to be set there, but they need to be on top of the base layer. So I don't know. I don't know how all that works. I guess we'll find out. Um, okay. Well, I think that's good enough. So if I were to come back here, see, like that's just not right. No, that's the base layer. Okay. Yes, it's saying we have no. Is that really the can't tell. That's supposed to be the gray layer? Maybe it is. Yeah, see, this doesn't work because I need it to show up as it being on top. So I guess that's the issue of making it a submodel. Okay, we'll figure that out tomorrow. How do we basically stop it from being a submodel? Like, it works for the base because it's the first thing, but even then, we don't necessarily need it to be a submodel. Um, but then it's like, what do we? I don't know. There's certain pieces we do want a submodel, and then you just plop it in. But on these ones, it's like you're really layering up, so it should just be part of the main model. All right. Well, we're making some progress. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.